Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Ricamus Reacts to RWBY. My name is Ricamus, and today I'm going to be reacting to Volume 5, Chapter 6, Known by its song. As you can see, the location is different. And that's partially why I am late in doing this video. I got a little bit sidetracked in my move. So I am no longer in Atlanta. I am back in New York. Although I guess I only sort of did some reactions in New York. Anyway, I'm in New York now, and this is going to be my location for the time being. And at least Marius will be back in videos again, sort of. Anyway, let's fix that a little. Okay, now we can see that. We got Nora back here. We got RWBY poster. A little bit better of a setup. I might be moving around the house in a few different places, trying different things, but this is gonna work so far. And I apologize for the barks. I hope this is not blowing out your sound. Anyway, so this is known by its song. I really don't know anything about this except for it looks like we're finally getting that conversation between Yang and Raven. So I'm excited about that. I don't know what else we're going to be getting in this episode. I do know one spoiler, and I don't know if it's from the end of this episode or next episode. I'm assuming the end of this episode leaves off in this way, or at least part of the, because I've seen... He's a good guard dog. Very good guard dog. I accidentally saw, because it's so late, I accidentally saw a clip for the next episode on YouTube. Not on YouTube, sorry, on Facebook. So yeah, I do know that Yang ends up meeting up with the group, and I'm assuming Weiss does too. But I didn't really look. I just happened to see Yang and Jean, and I think I also did see the thumbnail for the next episode, which is Yang and Nora doing an arm wrestling contest, which... Damn, that sucks. I wish I hadn't been spoiled by that, but it is what it is. I did it to myself. But yeah, now that I'm back and moved, I should be able to get these videos out at a reasonable time, assuming that I managed to get it released by YouTube or by Rooster Teeth in a timely fashion. Anyway, I'm very curious to see what this conversation is going to be, what Raven's going to tell Yang about what happened. Yeah, so I don't really know what to say right now. I will talk more about the episode when it is over. So let's pop this in. Hello, Inception. All right. And let's check it out. Yeah, sing along, boyo. Here, do you want to be in the episode? Want to be in? Here, come here. Say hi. Hi, everybody. My name is Marius. Ricamus and Marius. We're back together. He doesn't want to watch. Yes, sing. All right. Oh yeah, that was the other thing I was predicting, is that potentially Cinder's crew is going to be showing up to get spring. Why do I keep saying summer? Yeah. Also, as you can see, I decided to, in honor of this episode, wear one of the Yang gauntlets. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Come on. Oh, I saw this clip too, I think. Or a little piece of it. Is this crow looking for people? Okay.
Regular or the special?
I'm actually looking for someone. Goes by the name Shiro Wan. Heard of him?
Shiro.
I heard he's a regular around here.
It makes me think of
Hey, I'm not some cop, if that's what you mean.
Voltron. If you've watched, you know, Shiro.
Go way back.
Way back, huh? So, he's a friend of yours.
Yeah, I'd say so. He's a pretty alright guy.
Oops.
Well,
Shouldn't have done that.
in that case,
Let me check on this.
you tell
Did I mess it up? Okay, no.
that jerk that he better not show his ugly face in here until he pays me the lien he owes me.
Did I say friend? I meant acquaintance. Really, we're just colleagues.
He knows better than to get into trouble with people, apparently.
I'll just be taken off.
Yeah, have a little drink. So that was the first one. Oh, who are the other ones? Boyd, Ivy. Shit, I didn't see them all. Cool. Hey, size. Fight Club. It must be very frustrating. I'm wondering if we're going to see anybody we've already met. Heather Shields? Is that what he said? Is he going to get attacked? Oh.
No, hey there. I'm looking for Heather.
She dead?
Look, pal, I've had a rough day. Do you know where she is or not?
Daddy?
Oh, she's a mom?
Does he know where Mommy is?
I'm sorry to bother you.
It's the dark side of being a huntsman, huh? Or huntress. You just don't come home. Wonder how close to home that hits. Interesting. Bounty? Okay, so is he gonna look for people based on bounties they're taking? Carmina, Griffin. Oh, they're all on missions for Atlas. Or not Atlas. Oh my god, for Mistral. It's cool. We actually haven't seen mission boards out in public yet. And it's cool that they're just like public. Going back to the bar, huh? Oh, he's carving. I wasn't sure if he was sharpening or carving.
That idiot with you.
How much did Shiro owe you?
Well, I'd say about 16,000 lien. Wait, what? Man, you must be in some serious trouble with him if you're paying me off.
His name is clear.
Is it?
Yeah.
Did I miss that? Did he? He didn't die, right? He's just out. He's trying to clear debts.
That idiot.
Oh. No faunus. Oh, I didn't notice that before. All right, I'm gonna have to look back and see. It's fine. It's just another dog. All right, tea party with mom.
Outside. Thank you. So, what's the truth? You know, it's better when it's hot. You know, you're really obnoxious. Truth.
So are you.
Truth is hard to come by. A story of victory for one one person, there's a story of defeat for someone else.
Find the truth
By now,
within the
your
truth.
uncle has truly told Ruby and her friends plenty of stories. Well, he's never given me a reason to doubt him before. That doesn't mean those reasons don't exist. You know, you and your teammates might as well be the poster children for the Huntsman Academies. Your motives vary, but you all enrolled to try and make the world a better place.
I wonder if that's how she used to feel.
It's what huntsmen and huntresses do. Not all of them. Some people are just in it for the money and the fame, but there's even more that are just looking to grow stronger. Your Uncle Crow and I didn't attend Beacon to become huntsmen. We did it to learn how to kill huntsmen.
Interesting.
Daddy and Uncle left that part out.
Right, because they were
Aside
part of the
from
bandits.
Grimm,
Yeah.
huntsmen were the only ones capable of ruining our raids and hunting us down. Our tribe needed a counterforce. And Crow and I were the perfect age. The entrance exams were
Ooh, I wonder.
compared to what we'd already been through. We were good. So good that we caught the attention of Beacon's very own headmaster, Professor Osmond. Even after we were put on a team,
Special.
I could tell he was keeping his eye on us.
Yeah.
Back then, I thought it was because he knew. But it was Team Stark he was interested in. What do you mean by that? Constant attention, extra training missions, turning a blind eye whenever we happen to break the rules and get into more trouble than
Like what
we should.
happened with
Sound familiar?
Team RWBY.
What's your point? How much do you know about Professor Osmond? About his past?
I want to know.
He was a prodigy, one of the youngest headmasters to be appointed to a school, because that's how he planned it. Because the man you know as Osmond designed those schools, and has followers inside every academy on Remnant that are loyal to him and no one else. That doesn't make any sense. How could he have... No. Why would someone even do that? Because old man
Amassing
Oz has a
power.
great
Is that what
and
she...
terrible secret. One that could spread fear across the world. One that he eventually entrusted to our team. And once I knew, there was no going back. I needed to know more. But with every new discovery I made, the more horrifying the world became. Okay, then tell us.
It's interesting.
What's the big secret?
Scare
What's
the
so
bandits.
crazy that the rest of us don't know? The creatures of Grimm have a master named Salem. She can't be stopped, she can't be reasoned with, and she will not rest until humanity crumbles at her feet.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it's the first time they're hearing this.
You know, you two haven't even touched your tea. Why should we believe any of this? Now you're catching on. So far, you've done nothing but accept what others tell you. But you need to question everything. Otherwise, you'll end up just as blind as Crow. And you're fool of a father.
Fuck your tea set.
Don't you dare talk about my family like that. You need to calm down.
Ooh, is this her actual weapon?
Please. Listen to your friend, Yang. Your teammates never let you down before. You don't know the first thing about my teammates. About me. You were never there.
She was watching you.
Left us.
Come on. Was she watching?
Why? I know more than you realize. Not just about you, and not just what I've been told, but things I've seen with my own eyes.
Get to
I know
it.
the Grimm have a leader. I know people who can come back from the dead. I know that magic is real.
Oh, right, that's Osmond. Ooh. For an all. A demonstration.
You said Ty told you all about my semblance. Well, I doubt he ever told you what Oz did to my brother and me. Go see for yourself.
That is a cool weapon. I want to know what it is.
Mom? Yang,
Did she transform?
are you okay? I'll be fine once we could get her to take us to RWBY. It's okay if you're not okay. You didn't believe what she said, right? Of course not. Well, not all of it. It was crazy. We have dust, semblances, but, I mean, there's no such thing as magic.
Really? Alright, so the fact that she can turn into a raven is magic?
A raven? I've seen that bird before. Maybe it belongs to your mom?
They're going to show a transformation. Cool. So both her and Crow can do it.
Did you do that?
Would-
Well, I could explain it to you.
Ooh,
Or you could ask your uncle.
that was a cool shot.
You're letting us go? I'm giving you a choice. Stay here with me, and I'll answer all of your questions and more. We can have a fresh start.
Oh no, she's gonna leave and not be able to hear everything.
You can go back to Pro and join options and
Oh!
against Salem. And meet the same fate as so many others. But can you really go back to trusting someone that's kept so much from you?
Are they gonna split up? I wonder.
All I care about is making sure my sister is safe.
Driving through a portal. Oh, no, Weiss is going. Cool.
Yang. If you side with your uncle, I may not be as kind the next time we meet. You aren't kind this time either.
You have no idea.
I know.
This isn't right. I get one or two of them, but all of them?
Yeah.
Raven. Oh.
Yep, okay, so they are gonna meet up. That's how I cook too.
All right, the first batch is just about done.
Awesome! Now we just need Crow and we'll be all set. You really think he's going to bring that many people? This is a lot of food. I don't
Less
know.
says
But
when
let's
you're
see
done with
if
it.
we can use all the help we can get.
I'm back.
Be right there!
You're going to overcook that.
No, I'm not. Shut up!
Hey, Ruby.
I'm coming! Fine,
Fail.
Take over.
What's gonna happen?
So, we didn't know how many people were coming, so we just cooked all of it. Yang, I'm so sorry. I should have stayed. I should have talked to you more. I wasn't sure if you wanted me around.
I love you.
I love you too.
Please don't end soon.
Weiss.
Oh, I'm so happy. Now we just gotta get Blake back. But I have a feeling her, known by its song. Was that a raven is known by its song? Is that a saying or something? Oh, I see. He was making bowls of food. Okay. He was actually carving the... Okay. Yeah, see, that's the thumbnail that I saw. Okay. So, let's scan through this. But, I am just... That makes me so happy. I'm just glad they're together. And Yang finally said, I love you back, you know? Yeah. Okay, so... it's a funny place to pause. Alright, let's see. Alright, so we start with Crow going through and trying to find people. Getting threatened, not being able to find people, just talking to different groups. We saw Mother has gone missing. We've got people at different dust shop, at a weapons shop. We've got just random guys on the street. We got a little fight club that was going on the street. All right, let's see if we can see these names, if we recognize any of them. So we've got Pharaoh, Aoi, Ivy, Amethyst. Boyd. What was Griffin? Griffin was Blanca Griffin, Shirawan. Cool. Yeah, so it looks like in progress 8 weeks ago. Oh shit. Okay, so let's look at these boards and just see if we can. All right. Flan in progress 8 weeks ago. On hold 6 weeks ago. Terminated 1 week ago. In progress, terminated, on hold. All right, let's go through. Yeah, so these are definitely all the people. Carmina was on his list. Let's go back to Shiro. Does it say anything about whether or not in progress 5 weeks ago? Okay, so he's just out. Okay, all right. I wasn't sure if these people were just out on missions or potentially dead or missing or anything like that. It's possible that they're all out on missions and missing, but one thing that... So yeah, it looks like it's unsure when he's going to come back, and I think they both understand this. I don't know. I was worried that maybe he thought that he was dead. Maybe it's just that he's missing and it's just been way too long. And so he's paying his debts just to make sure, you know, that people aren't sort of left in the lurch and he kind of understands what's going on. There was something else. So, all right, this is going to once again come back to my feelings on what happened with Summer. And I think with all of these huntsmen going out and not coming back or still being on missions, I mean, it was very common for that to happen. And the way that it was described with Summer disappearing was that she went out on a mission one day and just never came back. And so, and you know, you already know some of my thoughts on that, where I do think that it was related to Salem and all of that. You're just barking up a storm, huh? I do think it's related to Salem and all of that, but it seemed, the reason I said it seems like it hit close to home was because I've always had this feeling that Crow and Summer were close. Maybe even that, I've mentioned this before, and I know that many people have this theory, and some other people don't subscribe to it, but that Crow is actually Ruby's father, and he sort of kept away when they had the child because of his semblance, and and all of that, and Summer ended up getting together with Summer ended up getting together with Ty afterward, and to help take care of the baby and all of that kind of stuff. But so my thinking, maybe even taking comfort because both of the Bronwyns left them, that kind of thing. But my thinking was either she went out on missions still with Crow, or Crow maybe convinced her to go on this mission and he was there, or I mean, based on some of the dialogue in the last volume as well, where he says, Ty, she's not coming, Ty. I think it's very likely that either he was with Summer, or knew what happened to Summer very in detail, and was obviously the one to kind of report back and say what happened. Like I said, I think that Summer is now the new best friend of Salem, whatever, but I think this is a lot of why Crow drinks. He may have already started drinking, but I think that this in particular, especially with him looking at the flask after leaving the house, I definitely see this as related. I mean, he drinks because of the people he's lost, especially, and the people, and just the things that have happened. And I think, in particular, this really does make me think back to Summer. At least what we know of Summer, and then things that we may or may not be able to infer. But I'll kind of leave it at that. So it was cool seeing these boards. We've sort of seen them referenced before, but it's nice to actually see that they're just kind of out in the open. People can take them, take missions for themselves, and go, just kind of passing through. Anyway, so now we've got this conversation, which we actually didn't get that much from it. It was more just like she's setting it up, trying to get them intrigued and sort of get them to stay. Obviously, so yeah, we don't really know much more. We know that Raven at least knows what Crow knows, but she seems to know other things, and maybe it's that she picked up other information on the road or whatever, or like through her information networks, I don't know, and that sort of kept her away from everything. Yeah, I don't really know what. I'm not really sure what else Salem knows and what she will. Oh my God, what Raven knows and what else she will say. Yeah, I was hoping to get a little bit more out of this, just to hear the other side. Like she has another side. She knows more and she wants to say more. I mean, all she basically said is what we already know, and that there's something wrong there. I mean, it does make it sound. It almost feels like they got more information from it than we did. Obviously, because they're hearing about this for the first time. But they picked up on the whole magic thing very quickly, even though it was sort of like the last thing they said. And I don't know. They seemed to think the whole thing was crazy before that. But what's interesting, and what I, so there's other people have talked about Norse mythology, sort of. Parallels that have been drawn with the Bronwyn twins, specifically with the Crows. Is it the Crow and Raven, or the Ravens? Hunin and Munin, who were basically the eyes of Odin. So you basically gathered information for Odin, and yeah. So I mean, in this case, Odin would be Ozpin. Who is the wizard, and a number of other things. Anyway, okay. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble talking about this. Because I only have a cursory knowledge of this. I used to know Norse mythology really well, and now I'm a little bit, funky on it. Oh, what we did learn from this is that Team Stark was very similar to Team RWBY in terms of the interest Osmond took in them. And it's nice because at least there is that seed of distrust that they're going to have, especially when they are with the group again. And, well, they are in the group. But once they're actually learning the story from Osmond's perspective, they're going to realize, oh, what Salem was saying is true. But she doesn't trust him. Why? There is going to be that seed of dissent that's been sown. So I'm curious how this is going to go. But from the reason I mentioned Hunin and Munin, or Munin, Hunin and Munin? Sorry if I'm messing that up. But also this weapon is really cool. Sorry, it's definitely like a circular blade of some kind, and it looks like there's a gun on it too. Okay, cool. All right. But then, obviously, we see the transformation of Raven into a Raven, which, you know, we speculated ever since the end of Volume 3 when we saw that Crow turn into a Crow. It's basically getting all back to this. It's possible that Ozpin used his magic to sort of imbue both Crow and Raven with this ability to transform. And basically, in order to use them as spies, which I think adds more additional credence to the theory that, or you know, the widely accepted theory that that Ozpin is in fact the wizard from, you know, the Four Maidens, and so he still has, you know, obviously he's been reincarnating, but he still has a bit of magic, and it's possible that, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so. This is cool, and it's also cool that it's widely known, at least for Vernal, that she knows about a little bit more information about it. Actually, no, Vernal would know this because she was a maiden. She is a maiden. Yeah, so, okay. So, yeah, this is cool. We actually do get confirmation there. I don't know if there are other people that can transform, but definitely at least we've got Crow and Raven now. There were also kind of theories that it was tied to the tribe. Now it really does seem like it's tied to Ozpin's magic. Anyway, there is... I like that. This is cute. Them on the bike going through the portal. It's a little disappointing. I know that basically the whole point was to set up for there to be a split. There's definitely, I'm wondering if this is sowing the seeds, like I said, sowing the seeds of dissent, so that, you know, we know that she knows things and that she has a different perspective. And when things start to, because they know that she knows everything and has a different feeling about it, when things seem a little bit odd, I think now they're going to be like, well, what am I missing here? And they're going to want to go back and talk with her. And she may be a little bit more hostile next time, but yeah, maybe even Yang and Weiss will go their separate ways. I don't know if Yang will go back or Weiss will go back, or both of them, or whatever. But it'll definitely be interesting to see what the no, man, Kim. It'll be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what their reaction to... Come back up here. Come hang out with me. No? You're just going to go up on the steps? You're a good guard dog. You're a very good guard dog. Okay. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting. It'll be interesting to see if they go back. If they at least just leave because of what's going on. So we'll see. I really hope that this isn't like completely washed out. I apologize for your ears. All right. So other than that, the portal effect looks... Marius, come here. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. What? Why don't you... Here, talk about RWBY with me. You watched the episode, sort of. So the portal looks really cool, and yeah. That was about it. Sorry, it's a bit distracting. I'll have to do something different next video because of the dog. Yeah, so we get hey, it's just a neighbor. It's just a neighbor. Let's just say hi. Say hi to everybody. Look. We're on camera. See? Look, they're leaving. They're leaving. Okay? Neighbors are allowed to exist. Okay? Okay. Oh boy. Okay. All right. So we get he immediately knows it sounds like Raven's portal, although we do see the little hear the little background of the bike. So it's a funny little thing. All right, and we see them setting up for dinner. They're expecting a huge crowd, although I don't think they're gonna have to worry about having too much food because Nora's there. But yeah, and we see that Ruby's also terrible at cooking. Also showing once again that she is not a Mary Sue. I don't know who the hell thinks that Ruby is a Mary Sue. She's not. I think they've gone through like a lot to show that she is not a Mary Sue. Yeah, she is not good at everything. She just happens to be really good at fighting and has a fun personality. But she's also socially awkward. She's not good at fighting without her scythe, and she clearly can't cook. And you know there are like she has faults. She's goofy, and not everybody likes her right away. I don't know. It's like she can be an interest. Her emotional. Yeah, she's been keeping everything in and doesn't seem to be dealing with everything. But people deal with pain in different ways. She happens to be internalizing a lot of her pain. And I'm wondering if, one thing that we do see is that a lot of emotions start coming out as soon as she ends up seeing Yang. And if you see, she becomes very timid. Like, she loses a lot of her confidence. She's disappointed her older sister, and, she just kind of left. She feels like she wasn't there for her sister, and we see her cry, which we have seen her cry before, but like she's not, emotionless. Anyway, that's been bothering me, that people have been talking about that, and I think you keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means. Or that phrase. Anyway, this was such an emotional reunion. It's just so nice. The last thing that Yang, or at least that we saw, obviously they had a conversation, but, the first time Yang and Ruby talk, it's, bad things just happen, and she's just, I'm going to sit here, I'm just going to lie here. And, obviously they must have talked. They must have said things, and, she must have just been very emotionally closed off before Ruby left. So I don't know even how much more they even talked, but it's nice to have a response from Yang to Ruby, because in that final episode of Volume 3, Ruby says, "I love you," and walks away. And Yang doesn't say anything, and now it was just sweet. I'm so happy they're together, and it was such a touching reunion. It's nice to see everybody seeing each other, and 3/4 of Team RWBY are back together. This is going to be interesting. So, really cool character design. I love that they're able to do interesting character designs for people that are in an episode for 2 seconds. So this blacksmith is cool looking, and this guy was carving bowls for use in his shop. Anyway, all right. So now that I have talked for a very long time and gotten very distracted, yeah, I thought this was an interesting episode. I would have liked to have heard more from Raven, but it's a tease, because I know that we're going to hear more from her in the future. It's just, showing that she knows something that the others don't, and that they have somebody to go back to when things are looking a little bit wrong, So, yeah. I don't know what else to say. Obviously things are a little bit funky. I'm in a different place. I've got distractions, right, Marius? You're very distracting. Yeah, so I'm going to... I shouldn't have said anything. Can you wait 2 seconds? So anyway, it's nice to be back. Thank you guys for watching and dealing with all of the weirdness of this episode. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.